भारत माता शिव शक्ति अवतार सच्ची गीता मुरली 30th October 2025 morning class. Revised date is 6 June 1968. Om Namah Shivaya. Baba says, sweet children, only those who have performed a great deal of devotion are worthy of taking this knowledge. Such devotees are the ones who should be uplifted. You have to give this message to the devotees. The rest, those who do not belong to this clan or family of yours, will not be able to understand this. Om Namah Shivaya. The spiritual father sits and explains to you, spiritual children. You children definitely understand that you will become Brahmins and then deities. This faith is firm, is it not? When a teacher teaches, the aim is always to make the students equal to the teacher. This is a matter to understand. Cycle after cycle, the Father comes and explains. He comes to transform hell dwellers into residents of heaven. Surely there must be someone who creates the whole world. The Father makes you residents of heaven. Ravan makes you residents of hell. At this time, it is the kingdom of Ravan, and in the golden age, there is the kingdom of Ram. The one who establishes the kingdom of Ram must surely be the one who also ends the kingdom of Ravan. Ram is called God. God establishes the new world. It is not a big thing, it is a very simple matter. But human beings with stone intellects find it impossible to become divine. It takes great effort to become a resident of heaven from a resident of hell because Maya has great influence. Today, people build tall buildings, 50-story, even 100-story ones. In heaven, there are no such tall buildings. Nowadays, they keep constructing huge mansions and think that such houses never existed in the Golden Age. Baba explains. In the Golden Age, there are vast stretches of land all over the world. There is no need to build multi-story buildings there. Here, land is scarce, therefore its price has gone so high. But there, land has no price. There are no municipal taxes. Whoever needs land can take it freely. You will receive all comforts there simply through this knowledge of the Father. Here, people build 100-story buildings and spend so much money. But there, nothing costs anything. There is infinite wealth. Money has no value. What would one even do with piles of gold? They build palaces of gold, diamonds, and pearls. Now you children have received so much understanding. It is simply a difference between an intelligent and an ignorant intellect, between a Satopradhan intellect and a Tamopradhan one. A Satopradhan intellect makes you a master of heaven, whereas a Tamopradhan intellect makes you a resident of hell. This is not heaven, this is a hellish world, a roar of hell. People are in great sorrow. That is why they call out to God. They call and then forget again. They make so many efforts, hold conferences saying that they want unity, but you children understand that those who are divided can never become one. This entire world tree has become old and decayed. It now has to become new. You understand how the Iron Age becomes the Golden Age. This knowledge is given by the Father alone. Those of the Golden Age then become those of the Iron Age. You are now becoming residents of the Confluence Age and then will become residents of the Golden Age. Not all souls will go to heaven. Only those who listen to the Satyanarayan story will go to heaven. The rest will go to the land of peace. The world of sorrow will no longer exist. Therefore, you must give this world of sorrow a living divorce right now. The Father shows you the method. You can renounce it while living at home. This whole world was once ruled by the deities. The Father has now come again to establish that kingdom. We are claiming the sovereignty of the world from that Father. According to the drama plan, the old world must change. Destruction of the old world and the establishment of the new one. This is an eternal process. This world is indeed the old world, the Iron Age. People with stone intellects do not even understand what the Golden Age is or what the Iron Age is. If they do not understand, then there is no point wasting time on them. They should simply be sent away. Baba explains this knowledge can only be understood by those who have done deep devotion. They alone should be awakened. The rest, who do not belong to this divine family, will not understand. People often ask about Brahma too, and so Baba says, write clearly on every picture, Bhagwan Vach, God speaks. I come every cycle at the confluence age of the most elevated beings in an ordinary human body. Those who do not know their own births, I, the Father, come to tell them. I reveal who plays what part in this eternal drama of 5,000 years. The one who comes first plays the first part, isn't it? That is why people sing the praise of Sri Krishna, the first prince of the golden age. Then, after 84 births, what does he become? The first beggar. From beggar to prince, and again from prince to beggar. You understand how the prince becomes a beggar? Then the father comes and makes you as valuable as diamonds from shells. The one who becomes a diamond again becomes a shell. Everyone takes free birth. Who takes the maximum number of births? You know it is Sri Krishna himself. His kingdom existed first and he takes the maximum births. The father explains very clearly the first becomes the last and the last becomes the first. The first was like a diamond and in the end becomes like a shell. Now you have to become like diamonds again. Become pure once more. What difficulty is there in that? You only have to renounce the inheritance of poison that you received from your physical father. The spiritual father gives the ordinance. Lust is your greatest enemy. Through this vice, you became impure. That is why everyone calls out, O purifier, come. The Father is ever divine intellect. He never becomes a stone intellect. His connection is with those who were deities in their first birth. There are many deities that is called deityism. But those with stone intellects do not understand anything. People have become tamopradhan, degraded in intellect. Even Christians say paradise existed 3000 years before Christ. They came later and so their intellects are fresh and powerful. Everyone goes to them to learn because their intellects are sharp. Progress continues. Everything advances through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. You see how all inventions come from foreign lands? You also know that in the Golden Age, palaces will be built instantly. It will not take any time. Once the idea is understood, progress happens quickly. One palace will be built and then countless others. The intellects there are divine, inspired directly by God. Engineers there will be highly intelligent because that is the golden aged world. There will be no stones there. You now sit here and think, we will soon leave this old body and return home to the soul world. From there, we will take a birth in the golden age through the power of yoga. Yet, many children don't experience that happiness because their intellect doesn't remain engaged in such thoughts. Only those who are most serviceable have such elevated thoughts. Just as a barrister, after passing, keeps planning what to do next. Similarly, you also understand that when you leave this body, you will attain that divine birth. Through remembrance, your lifespan will increase. Now you belong to the unlimited Father. This is a very elevated position. You are members of God's family. You now have no worldly relationship. You have been uplifted even beyond brother sister relationships and must practice seeing everyone as a soul. Brothers only. This requires deep practice. Where does your soul brother live? On the eternal throne. That throne of souls has decayed through the cycle, but now it will again become divine. You know now that you are the children of Shiv Baba. You must claim your inheritance from the Father and therefore see yourselves as soul and remember the Father who is teaching you directly. Cycle after cycle, he comes in front of you in the same way and teaches you. You have to face many obstacles and bondages, but as time passes, the pull of remembrance will grow stronger. These obstacles are also fixed in the drama. This is the world of Dushasan and Draupadi. Half the cycle has been spent in impurity. Now the father says, you must not become impure again. This is the divine ordinance. Even now, the world has become extremely tamopradhan. People cannot live without poison. The government says, don't drink. Yet they themselves distribute wine. They even direct soldiers to jump with bombs from planes. Such great loss and violence. But you, while sitting here, are becoming the masters of the world. You do not have to make bombs, you simply remember the Father. While they destroy the world, you create heaven through remembrance. Such is the contrast. The Father doesn't make you do any hard penance or difficult posture. However, you sit, simply remember the Father. You are the most beloved children, and you receive the kingdom as easily as pulling a hair from butter. It is said, liberation in life in a second. Wherever you are, while walking, moving, sitting, just remember the Father. Without becoming pure, how can you go to heaven? Otherwise, you will have to face punishment. Everyone's account must be settled in the court of Dharmraj. Those who remain pure will attain a high status. Those who remain impure will have to eat dry bread. The more you remember the Father, the more your sins will be burned away. There is no expense in this. Sit at home and take this mantra from the Father, the mantra to conquer Maya. Man Manabhav, remember me alone. This mantra will make you Satopradhan. The Father shares even his personal experience. When I sit to eat, I remember Baba, but soon forget again. For it is said, as it is destined on the forehead, so it happens. Baba receives many reports of the children's service. He says, remember those souls who are doing special service. The Father loves such serviceable children very much. He also tells you, remember the souls who are in these bodies. You come here to meet Shiv Baba directly. The Father has come down from above. You tell everyone, God Himself has come. Yet, those with stone intellects cannot understand. You have to explain tactfully. There are two fathers, the limited and the unlimited. The unlimited Father now gives you the sovereignty of the world. Destruction of the old world is now before you. The Father is establishing the one original religion and destroying the many other religions. He says, remember me alone and your sins will be burnt away. Through the fire of Yog, you will become Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. This is the method given by the Father himself. All the scriptures are of the path of devotion. Knowledge brings the day, the golden and silver ages, while devotion brings the night, the copper and iron ages. Through devotion, you have been descending these steps. Not a single soul has yet returned home. They keep saying, so and so has gone to heaven, merged into the light. But there is no guru who can grant liberation. Only one is the bestower of liberation. All others belong to the path of degradation. You children know that the Father will take all souls back with great love, placing them on the eyes of knowledge. Before that happens, take your inheritance from the Father. This earning is the greatest of all. Forgetting the Father brings great loss. Become strong spiritual traders. By remembering the Father, the soul becomes pure. The Father says, sweet, sweet children, become soul conscious. Practice this deeply, consider yourselves souls, and continue to study with the Father. Then your boat will easily cross. You will go from this brothel, Vaishyalaya, to the temple of Shiv, Shivalaya. All these things are written in the scriptures, the stories of devotion. But now you understand their true meaning. When Baba comes, those scriptures will once again be written for the path of devotion. The Father comes only to take everyone back home. The 84 birth cycle is now complete. It is so easy to understand how the rise and fall of Bharat happens. It is clearly shown Brahma becomes Vishnu and Vishnu becomes Brahma. The same dark Krishna becomes fair again. When souls go to heaven, they kick away hell. Everything is clearly shown in the pictures. But many children who received a big lottery have now become careless and left their fortune. Acha, sweet, sweet spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the spiritual father and Dada. To the spiritual children, the spiritual father says, Namaste, Namaste. We spiritual children also give lots of love, remembrance, and good morning to the spiritual father and Dada, and to the mother. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Today's blessing is, may you be Master Almighty. Keep revising and realizing the awareness. I am a Master Almighty authority, a child of the Almighty Father, the one who possesses all powers. By constantly staying in this awareness, you will remain tireless and ever powerful. Those who are Master Almighty authorities, like the Father, are always intense effort makers and never become weary for any reason. Acha, Om Namah Shivaya.